Welcome back to Quiz Blitz. 100 impossible choices. Choose one button. Will you dare to say yes or no? Before starting, please subscribe to the Quiz Blitz channel for more exciting quizzes. First button. Would you bring it home? Yes or no? This puppy. Would you want this gift for your birthday? Do you feel lucky today? An empty box. Would you give this to a stranger? Yes or no? Which button are you going to try? Your phone. Would you like to travel with this? I love this game. A private jet. Would you want this car? This choice could change everything. The car's car. Would you buy this toy? Chucky. Would you adopt this animal? Yes or no? A capybara. Would you eat this? Yes or no? It's all up to you. Worms. Would you do this for $1 million? Swim with a shark. Would you want this to exist in real life? Lord Voldemort. Would you want this? Yes or no? A twin. Would you want this birthday cake? Yes or no? Which button will bring you luck? This Shrek cake. Would you accept this gift? Ready to test your luck? A giant Labubu. Would you stop using this for a month? Your toilet. Do you want to play this game? Block Blast. Do you want to buy this? Yes or no? Do you have a strategy or is it just random? Slime. Are you scared of him? This cute bunny. Would you like to give him a hug? Yes or no? To Ronaldo. Would you want to have that as a pet? Good luck picking the right button. A starfish. Would you eat this for a whole year? Yes or no? McDonald's. Would you take on this challenge? Like the video. Would you want to have this animal? Hurry up, make a decision. A crocodile. Would you eat this? Yes or no? Dubai chocolate. Would you want to do this every Sunday? Your homework. Could you stop doing that? Eat pizza. Would you want them to exist in real life? The Soja Boys. Would you play this game? Roblox. Would you want this in your backyard? A llama. Would you do this for $1,000? Yes or no? Just a few seconds left. Grab a cactus. Would you work here? In a chocolate factory. Would you eat this every day? Sprouts. Would you want to walk here? Hope you won't regret your choice. On Mount Everest. Would you want to sleep here? In a bed with cockroaches. Would you do this with your friends? Ouija. Would you want to drive this car? A Cybertruck. Would you trade your savings for this? A trash bag. Would you spend your whole day here? At Disneyland. Would you sleep in this bed? Yes or no? An ice bed. Would you want to be this superhero? Yes or no? Deadpool. Would you play this song at your wedding? Yes or no? Golden. Would you buy this for $300? A Lamborghini. Would you want to travel there? Yes or no? In space. Would you take on this challenge? Which one feels right to you? Sleep in an abandoned house. Would you take a shower here? In a frozen lake. Would you take on this challenge? Yes or no? Drop your birthday in the comments. Would you spend the weekend on this boat? On this little boat. Would you want to spend your weekend there? In jail. Would you wear that? This hat. Would you want to give them a kiss? Yes or no? To this porcupine. Would you do that? Surf this wave. Would you give this to your siblings? Yes or no? All your toys. Would you want to do this job? Footballer player. Are you afraid of this? Spiders. Would you want to win this? This private island. Would you spend your vacation there? In Hawaii. Would you accept this gift? A hamster. Could you do this? Yes or no? Delete your social media. Could you do this? Fart in public. Would you wear this all day? High heels. Would you trade your phone for this? A pair of boxers. Would you get this haircut? This haircut. Would you live there for $500,000? Make your choice, don't hesitate. In the desert. Could you stop doing that? Brush your teeth. Would you give this to your mom? A luxury villa. Would you eat this ice cream? Yes or no? Wasabi ice cream. Would you want this view? A view of a wall. Would you get around with this? Yes or no? A camel. Would you trade your room for this one? This room. Would you trade this for $100,000? Yes or no? Your pet. Would you eat this? A raw egg. Would you wear this to school? These pajamas. Would you want that to happen to you? Stepping in dog poop. Would you want that to happen to you? Yes or no? Someone spoiling the ending of your favorite show. Would you do this activity with your family? An escape room. Would you eat this for breakfast? Spinach. Would you do this with your friends? To ski. Would you want to see this movie? Yes or no? Annabelle. Would you accept this gift? A Rolex. Would you bring it home? A snake. Would you give this away? All your clothes. Would you spend your vacation here? In a tent. Would you want to have this subject at school? Magic. Would you buy this house? A plastic house. Would you want to be this person? Batman. Could you go several days without this? Without electricity. Would you go to school with this? A tractor. Could you go a week without this? Internet. Would you want this? Yes or no? A hot tub. Would you want that to happen to you? Yes or no? Win the lottery. Would you invite them to your birthday? Yes or no? Your dad. Would you explore this place? Yes or no? An active volcano. Would you want to drink this? A Coke. Do you want this iPhone? A broken iPhone. Would you want to eat this every day? Candy. Would you give this to your best friend? Your PS5. Would you want to try this dish? Snails. Could you spend the weekend here? Would you get this tattoo? Yes or no?